Well, I guess I should never, ever make predictions again. I think this is as drastically wrong as my predictions have ever been. But you know what, lads? I don't care. Because we've got an amazing Euro 2020 round of 16 to discuss today. And honestly, we've seen some of the most crazy mental matches over the last couple of days, and I just cannot wait to talk about them. I said at the beginning of the video that I won't predict anything ever again, but we will predict the quarterfinals, so you can be sure that they're probably going to end up the opposite of what I say, so get your bets in now. Hello guys, how are you getting on? My name is Aaron Kelly, and welcome back to another Euro 2020 video. Today we're talking about the round of 16, and we kick things off at the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam, where Wales crashed out thanks to losing 4-0 to Denmark, and it was a thoroughly dominant display by the Danes, who are absolutely doing their nation proud and doing their teammate Christian Eriksen proud. They've made it to the last eight, and in a really comprehensive fashion really. Kasper Dolberg getting a brace to give them the lead before two late goals, one from Mela getting another goal for himself in this tournament, and the first of the tournament for Martin Braithwaite, making it 4-0. There was more time for more woe for Wales, as another red card thanks to Harry Wilson absolutely lashing out towards the end of the game. It was a fucking stupid one, if we're being honest, looking back at it. What a win for Denmark, and not only the elimination is what Wales will find disappointing, but it's the manner in which they did it. They didn't put up much of a performance at all. Denmark by far the better team. Later on that evening then, Italy progressed, and they did it the hard way, let's be honest. After extra time, a 2-1 victory over Austria thanks to goals from Chiesa and Pessina. A 114th minute Austria goal made things a little bit nervy towards the end of the game, but Italy progressed with relative ease, and it's probably been their least convincing performance of the tournament so far. On to the first massive upset of the round then, and Czech Republic knocked out the Netherlands thanks to a 2-0 victory in Budapest. Goals from Holeš and Patrick Schick once again claiming a 2-0 victory for the Czech Republic, who were fully deserved of it despite the red card to Matthias de Ligt, which was absolutely just a really stupid decision from him. He misjudges it and then literally handballs it in the most blatant way possible. It was VAR that sent him off in the end, but that was really the catalyst to Holland's downfall. And as I said, this was the first real massive upset of the round, so Czech Republic go on to face Denmark in the quarterfinal. Later on that evening then, Belgium knocked out Portugal, my favourites for the tournament and the team that I predicted to go on and win the tournament, Portugal, and it was just a pathetic display. They were really poor, and they've been a little bit hit and miss in this tournament so far. I know they've got a few decent wins. Belgium have been very convincing in this tournament, and it was Torgan Hazard's goal, and a brilliant strike it was in the 42nd minute to knock out Ronaldo and co, who had a couple of chances, but overall the performance just was not good enough, and Belgium, by far the better side, went through. There is talks that Kevin De Bruyne and Eden Hazard will both be out of their quarterfinal against Italy, but that does, as I say, set up a brilliant game against Italy in the quarterfinal. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. And now we move on to the maddest day of the tournament so far, starting off with Spain knocking out Croatia. It was a 5-3 win, but I mean, it wasn't without its absolute drama, was it? An own goal by Pedri got it underway, the most crazy own goal you're ever likely to see. He just back passes it, and Unai Simon just lets it underneath his foot and in. To be honest, it could have been given as a Simon own goal. I thought he might have got a touch on it. He didn't. Went down as a Pedri own goal. Sarabia then made it 1-1 with a good finish just before half time. Cesar Azpilicueta, the Chelsea captain, then made it 2-1 to Spain with a centre forward-esque header inside the 6-yard box to make it 2-1. Ferran Torres' goal in the 77th minute looked to have really, I would have said at that point, made it safe for Spain. But then Orsic made it 3-2 in the 85th minute before a 92nd minute equaliser from Mario Pasalic made it go to extra time. And when it went to extra time, you kind of thought maybe Croatia might have that little bit of momentum going into it. But to be fair to Spain, they showed great character. They didn't let the fact that they just bottled a 3-1 lead get them down. And they got 2 goals inside really 3 minutes in extra time. Alvaro Morata getting the first in the 100th minute with a really good strike. He hasn't let his head drop from the poor form and bad finishing that he's shown so far in this tournament. And Oyarzabal made it 5-3 in the 103rd minute and made it safe for Spain, who progressed. The game really did die after that. But it's Spain who progressed, and a lot of people would have thought, you know, they're going to face France. France are playing later on in the evening against Switzerland. This is probably on paper the most night and day result. Nearly everyone would have probably said France have to go through in this game, but Lads, we were not expecting to get this kind of game. A brilliant header by Seferovic got us underway, and there was a big chance for Switzerland to make it 2-0 in the second half, but Ricardo Rodriguez missed a penalty. Agonising stuff as Lloris saved it. And then in the space of 2 minutes, the game completely flipped on its head. Karim Benzema with a brace, the first of which was a brilliant goal, the second of which was a tap-in of a header from pretty much on the goal line for France. A wonderful Paul Pogba goal with 15 minutes left made it 3-1 to France, and similar to the Spain game, I thought, look, France have just made it 3-1. That's the game safe. It's over, surely. Pogba's just put the final nail in the coffin, absolutely. But then Seferovic gets a second, and then Gavranovic in the 90th minute with an absolutely brilliant goal smashes it into the bottom corner past Hugo Lloris to bring the game to extra time. And unlike the Spain game, there was no goals in extra time, so the game went to penalties. After every single player scoring a goal, it was down to Kylian Mbappe to keep France in it. Miss, and France were to be eliminated. And what did he do? Jan Sommer produces a brilliant save. Not a great penalty by Mbappe, it's actually a good height. But of all the players to miss, Kylian Mbappe. Like, you can't write this kind of script. Jan Sommer saves it, and Switzerland progress to face Spain in the quarterfinals. It's, honestly lads, what a game of football. Absolutely outrageous. It was just unbelievable. Between that and the Spain game, oh lads, we were absolutely treated to two mad games, and I'm still in shock over them. Still in shock. The game that everybody seemed to be looking forward to the most when we found out who would be playing who in the last 16. England versus Germany. Many people didn't know which way this one was going to go, including myself, but England ran out with a 2-0 victory thanks to 2 second half goals, late enough as well. Raheem Sterling with 15 minutes left getting another goal in this competition before Harry Kane finally broke his duck. And I have to say, England fully deserved it. Germany were very poor and very like Portugal in this tournament. Very hit and miss, if we're being honest with ourselves. Timo Werner had a decent chance in the first half. Kai Havertz had a really good effort right at the start of the second, forced a good save out of Pickford. But when the game was at 1-1, Kai Havertz plays in Thomas Muller. And I have to get this off my chest, because if Timo Werner misses this chance, the internet blows up and goes absolutely mental at him. So we've got to ridicule Thomas Muller here. How has he missed that chance? A player of that quality, of that experience. Would Germany have deserved an equaliser? Probably not. But Thomas Muller, he's got to put that away, and they punished them. Straight up, Jack Grealish crosses it, Harry Kane scores. And well done to England, and well done to Gareth Southgate, because a lot of people, including myself, I have to put myself into this bracket, criticised Gareth Southgate for being a little bit too negative with his team selection, with the quality of players that he has at his disposal. To not play Phil Foden, Mason Mount, Jack Grealish from the start. If England had gone out and lost yesterday, Gareth Southgate will be absolutely ridiculed. The fact that they've gone out and won, and convincingly won, let's be honest, he needs to be commended for that. He has to be. He's stuck with Raheem Sterling, and he continues to rectify why he's in the team. The only difference I would say, I would start Jack Grealish instead of Bukayo Saka. That's nothing wrong. You know, there was nothing wrong with Bukayo Saka's performance yesterday, or there's nothing been wrong with his performances so far in this tournament. But I just think Jack Grealish, when he comes on, it's no coincidence that England scored twice. Such a danger man with everything he does. He draws the fouls, creates space, drives with the ball, has that end product as well, as we've seen for the Harry Kane goal. He was heavily involved in the Sterling goal as well. Playing with 5 defenders, bringing Kieran Trippier back, and playing with 2 seemingly CDMs in Rice and Phillips was the wrong move. He's proved everyone wrong, and whether you agree with Southgate's methods or not, if you want to see England play a more attractive style of football, he's getting results. And if he goes on to win the Euros playing the way he's doing, nobody can fault it. Nobody can fault it. Some people will try. If it gets the result, it gets the result. And England now have, on paper, a very decent run through to the final now if they can get there. They face Ukraine next because they beat Sweden after extra time thanks to a goal literally in the last minute of extra time for Ukraine to get them to beat Sweden. But England have a very good route through to the final there. I expect them to make it. Very quickly, let's make our predictions for the quarterfinals, lads. Belgium versus Italy. Italy and Belgium have been the best 2 sides, really, on paper. I'm gonna go with Italy, because I do think Belgium have defensive frailties there that haven't been exposed yet. The likes of Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Vermaelen, very, old defenders, if you like, that haven't been exposed yet. I think Italy might be able to do that. Spain versus Switzerland. I'm gonna go curveball. I'm gonna go Switzerland to go through in that one, lads. You might think I sound mental, and I probably do. And Czech Republic versus Denmark. I'm gonna go with Denmark to progress to that one, and I think they will face England in the semi-finals. Those are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. It was absolutely mental. Hopefully we get more mental games like this in the quarterfinals, because it just has been absolutely unbelievable to watch, and I've really enjoyed talking about it in this video. So leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you later.